Hi everybody. We've all seen maps that depict different elevations using different colors, usually green for lowlands and brown and white for mountains. Here's a good example, the cross-blended hypsometric file from Natural Earth. I needed a map of France for a recent project and I wanted to show the relief but in a subdued way. I basically only wanted to differentiate lowlands and mountains. For maps like this, I often use one of the Natural Earth shaded relief files. Here's my map with the hypsometric file set to multiply blend mode. That's too dark. Next I'll try the Natural Earth 1 file. That's better, but I don't like those darker green areas. Finally, I'll try the Natural Earth 2 file. That's pretty close, but the colors are still darker than I want. I have two choices here. I can go with the last one and adjust the colors in Photoshop later, a cumbersome process, or I can create a custom color ramp to show different elevations exactly as I want. I'll go through that procedure now. To create a custom color ramp in QGIS, you will need a DEM file. Assuming that your final goal is shaded relief, you'll need to process the DEM in two different ways. To create shaded relief from a DEM, we'll use the hillshade procedure within QGIS. This creates a grayscale image like this. Then I lighten the hillshade and reduce the contrast to get this result. The problem is that there aren't any colors. It's easy to add a single colored tint, but that's pretty boring and doesn't offer very much information. To get colors based on elevation, follow these steps. Once your DEM file is in QGIS, duplicate the layer. I'll leave the ocean layer on for now to make things easier to see, but I'll turn it off later. Turn off one of the DEM layers for now. Select the other one and run the normal hillshade procedure, then adjust the file to lighten it. See my Creating NPS-style shaded relief video for a complete description of this process. It should look like this. Now turn on the other DEM layer and move it above the hillshade layer. This is the layer we'll convert to a color ramp. This procedure reads the elevation data from the raw DEM and converts the elevations into different colors. There are two main ways to proceed here. You can pick colors that you like and assign them to different elevations by eye, or you can measure the elevations and set the different colors more accurately. For this project, I'll measure some actual elevations. Google Earth is an easy tool to use for this. Go to Google Earth and make sure the terrain layer is checked in the Layers panel. Now as you mouse over the map, the elevation will appear in the bottom right. Use the ELEV number, not the IALT one. Pick several points on the map and make a note of the elevations. We'll use these in QGIS. I usually get a range from the lowest to highest points, with about 3 stops in between. Here are the numbers I'll be using. Make sure you are aware of your Google Earth settings concerning meters or feet. Now I'll take this information into QGIS to construct my custom color ramp. Double-click on the DEM layer, the raw one, not the hillshade one, to open the Layer Properties window. Set the layer blend mode to multiply. At the top of the window, change render type from single band gray to single band pseudocolor. You'll see something like this. QGIS displays a default color ramp. If I click Apply, here's what I get. You can see that the lowlands are green with the higher elevations displayed in brown and white. This also makes the ocean areas green, which is not very useful. I could modify this color ramp, but it's easier to just create a new one. To do that, I'll click on the arrow at the right of the color ramp and select Create New Color Ramp. Select Gradient as the type and click OK. You'll see this window. This is where we'll create the new color ramp. Right now, the ramp has 2 color stops. Color 1 represents the lowest elevations, and color 2 represents the highest. We'll set these first, then add other stops for in-between elevations. First, I'm going to set a blue color for the oceans. This is optional. If you're going to use a vector oceans layer, you can skip this step. I'll add it here in case you want to show any bathymetry that appears in your map. To do this, I'll click on the Color 1 bar. When the color picker appears, I'll enter B6D5F3 in the HTML notation box, then click OK. Here's what that gets me. Next, I'll set color 2 to the color I want the highest elevations to be, in this case, white for snow-topped mountains. Here's how that looks. Now I need to add additional stops for the intermediate colors. There's no rule about this, it depends on the look you want. For most map areas, some shade of green is usually best for low elevations. For desert areas, use tan instead. I'll add my first color stop by double-clicking inside the color bar. This adds a color stop. Click on the stop marker and set the color. I'll use E5F6DB. Don't worry about the exact position of this color stop. At this point, they only need to be in the correct order from low to high. Next, I'll add a stop with F6F5E0. And finally, I'll add a stop of F9FCDE. Now I'll click OK to see how it looks. Either the ocean level is rising faster than I thought, or something is seriously wrong here. This is where the elevation levels we took earlier come into play. I'll double-click on the layer to open the Layer Properties window. Here's what I see. In the large window, there's a column called Value. These numbers represent elevations in meters. Note, if you'd rather use feet, there's a setting in the QGIS Preferences or Settings to change this. Here's how these work. Right now, the first color, blue, is displaying all elevations from -5.4 up to 929 meters, where the first green appears. That's why most of the land looks underwater. I only want ocean areas, which have an elevation of 0, to be blue, so I'll double-click on the -5.4 number and change it to 0, then press Return. If I apply this to the map, it won't look any different. That's because the green color doesn't start being applied until the elevation reaches several hundred feet. To fix this, I'll change the value for the first green stop to 1. Here's how that looks. Much better. Now I'll adjust the values for the other stops. Here's how that looks. That looks pretty good. You can tweak the colors and the elevation values to fine-tune it. Once you're satisfied, open the Layer Properties window again, click on the color ramp arrow, and choose Save Color Ramp. Now you can reuse it without having to recreate it each time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.